The creative process isn't just about what you're doing with your hands in your studio. It happens in here all day long, wherever you are. Your day job, walking the dog, working in the yard, whatever. And here's something that I realized yesterday when I was not in my studio. And it was about my Avatar series. And those of you who do not know, my Avatar series is me doing double portraits of like cultural pop icons, American icons, and has the way that ancient deities are sort of manifest through them. So I did, Jimi Hendrix was my Dionysus because he's sort of the lord of the party, really. Janis Joplin I did as the May Queen. Twiggy, the iconic model, she's my Idun. It's a Norse goddess of youth and vitality. So there was admittedly maybe a little bit of playful cynicism about this series, thinking about the way that the modern world sort of has replaced religion or religiosity with a kind of celebrity worship, which is of course, something we think about as not such a great thing. But then I started thinking about how creativity in us is our connection to divinity. And it may seem like people are worshiping celebrity, but most of the people who get a lot of love, celebrities, often are artists who are making art that really touches us. You're responding, I think, to the divinity in that creative person. They're creating an art that you love and that speaks to you on a deep level. It isn't the humanness that it gives you a spark. It's the thing in them that creates something that gives you a spark. And that is a divine connection that you have with another human. And so I have to remind myself not to be too cynical about such things. It isn't about worshiping the human. It's about understanding that creative spark in that other human speaks to a thing deep inside us that needs to also create and receive what they can make. Going along with that, people said to me, you should do Elvis. And I thought, I'm doing Elvis. Everybody does Elvis. It's too cliche. And then I started thinking about Elvis. I started thinking about how deeply he has touched people, including my mother, who saw him live before he was a high hurdle, as Bruce Hampton would say, in Miami, and how he deeply touched her whole life. And it's because whatever you think about Elvis, he lived his music very spiritually. It was a spiritual thing for him. And so maybe I'll change my mind about Elvis. I might do Elvis. I don't know. I got to figure out which God he might be a parallel to. But so anyway, that's the creative process. All of this happened in a span of a couple of minutes while I was at my day job. Anyway, thoughts.